Welcome everybody in this IBM session, and in this session we are going to discuss about how we copy the stream file and compile the stream file, right? So this is this is very good topic. Uh, so let's see. So in this content, what we are going to discuss is the stream file. What is the definition of stream file? And we create an RPGLE member as stream file and compile that member, that stream file, and then view the spool of compiled stream file, right? So let's see why I want to do that. So this is very important, right? So let's see what is a stream file. The integrated file system, as we have discussed in the previous session, provides support for storing and operating on information in the form of stream files, right? Document data stored in those system folders are stream file. An integrated file system in stream file is a system object that has an object type of star STMF, right? So so you can see when you have so this is something a command we will use to create RPG member. No, the member is in the my library iijain1, and then we see what we do. So this is a copy to stream file command, right? And what is do I will let you know, okay? And this is something the command that we use for the compile the stream file. So basically till now what we have done, we have the option of 40. We go to the work member PGM and then we do something. Now from the IFS, how we compile and how we run that the compiled object in the command line, so it works, right? So I will let you know. And this is also very important, right? So if you see, for example, if this is something the no student IFS object, and where you see generally you see the source file. If you see from the work member PDM, if you compile from there, the source file and the library name comes here. But when you compile from the stream file IFS, right, so the path comes here. So this is something it distinguished, right? So so let's see in the green screen, right? Okay. So let's see. Let see what I have done something before, right? So I don't want to do that again. So just want to give what I have discussed in this presentation. Just want to show you, right? So this is something, right? And this is something a PDF, but the PDF will not, no, it will not be shown here, right? So it will give something the PDF, right? So you can see this PDF. So this is the spool that we have fetched. So of that spool. So this is not. So this is something the qrpglE. So this is the source, right? So what we have shown you, right? And then there is if you go to DSP PGM, DSP PGM STUIFS, right? And then do something like that. Okay. And you see here, if you do enter, and you go to here, so you can see this part, right? So this is something says that okay, from here it is compiled this object, and when you run this object, it will work same as as the student AUCE1. So you call this, it will work same, right? So though this object is compiled from the IFS, we're working as same, right? So let's see that let's see some more thing. Okay, so why not we delete these sources again, and now we do this again. So work and the work object, we have created work object, so we can delete that work object of student IFS, right? So stuifs. Okay, so we have only one, so we can delete this. Okay, and in my program there is one more thing that we pick we pick the spool to PDF, so we delete this also, right? But otherwise it will give an error. Or we can just rename, so we can rename it as to UIFS1 dot PDF, right? So I just rename it, okay? So if I do refresh, so it will come here. So I've just refreshed it, right? Now let's see this one. So I've just created a command, no, again CL program. So that makes the work very easy. But we look first what it is, right? So this is something the the CL, no, the declared. We have why we have declared it because no, I have just pick up the spool files and then convert it to PDF. So I need what is the job, user, and number. So I think I have told something about job in some previous sessions, right? So this is something the command retrieve job attribute, right? So this is the retrieve job attribute. This is very important command. It gives a lot of things, right? So you give the job, user, number, type. Type means it is an interactive or a bad job, right? So it gives. So it will debug it and let's find out today, right? So this is something a copy to Steam file. What it do? This is something inbuilt by IBM, right? So in this command, what we see, if you see here, this is for member. So I have given the qsys library. We have to give the same path, right? The root library for no objects is the qsys, the qsys.lib, and my library iijain one is qsys. Then we give qsys. Then I give iijain.lib. Then I the qrpgle source.file and then student member and then to stream file. I am copying this to which path. So this is the IFS path, right? So I am giving to home, iijain, qrpglesrc and then stuifs.1rpgle, right? So this is something. There is also the command of copy from stream file if you want to copy your IFS, something, and then so there is some example, like for example you have some you want to some update your database and you want to pick from PC, so you will transfer your data PC to here IFS in any of the root directories, and from IFS you run copy from stream file and to some database files, and we will see in some other sessions, right? So this is something I want to give you how we create a stream file and then do a compile it and then run the program, right? And this is something create binding RPGLE, right? So in generally, right? So if I do F4 here, right? So you see that this is very important, yeah. Generally, when we compile from 14, right? So we don't give this source stream file, but today here what we have given this stream file, the root, right? So it will pick this source where this source is here, right? So it will do like that. So this, if you compile, so your source must be there, and this is something a copy spool file command. So whatever it is binding, whatever the spool is coming from here, it will pick and it will convert to, and it will move to stream file, right? So this is something the file name which will be given. This is to stream file which need to be given. This is number, user, and job. And how it comes? It comes from the retrieve job, right? So from here it is coming, right? And then I want picking the last star last. So whatever in the last it will pick, and then it will give to stream file home iijain student ifs, right? So let's see and run this command, right? So basically I want to I want to debug it. So if my I have given some introduction of my tool compilation tool, right? So no, this is not the command, or this is the command, right? And I see really, right? This is the type. So I don't have to give 114 and this is the source, right? So this in this everything is defined. So now I can call this in a debug mode, right? strdbg, right? So and this I give the breakpoint. I don't have to set here because nothing I am updating the database files. So if even I do know why and it will work. So I don't want to do. Now again calling this program, right? So let's call this program ifs2. Okay. So now you see when you just jump, all the variables will be blank because nothing has been retrieved, right? So if you see F11, if you do, so nothing is, everything is blank, right? But when you press the next F10, the value will appear, right? So let's see what are the values even, right? So just do F10, right? And now you press F9, right? Now F9 is for retrieving what you have now. So you see the type and just give enter. So this type is 1, right? So 1 means is the interactive, because we are given interactive job, right? So we are debugging interactive mode, so the one come when you have a batch, so it will come 0, right? So there are two active type 0 is for the batch, and one is for the interactive, right? So here you can see if again you do F9, 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 right? Enter and number. So these are the things which are coming, right? So you can see directly if you want don't to do the F9 retrieve, right? So this is the job, right? Now do next. So what it do, it's do something, right? But I don't want to see if something got failed, it will be here, right? The program will not run, right? So let's see if this program is compiled. So it's compiling, right? So means that in the previous step that was copied, right? And now I see that this is compiled, right? So it's not given any error, right? If something was wrong, there would be an error, right? This program should have crashed because I have not given any message to handle it, right? And now again I see that, okay, so let's see what these values are coming or not here. So you see, okay, these values are coming, right? Same, right? And let's do something, right? I then do F10, okay, the program works. F10, right? So then see work LNK, okay? So you can see now I have renamed it, right? But now when I run this program again, you see this PDF file, right? And if you see Y5, you see this program was copied. I have deleted before, but again it got copied. So what happened? It got copied, it got compiled, right? So what is it got compiled? So work job, and you do 4, so it got compiled, right? So this was compiled, IFS was compiled, okay? So okay, this was a tool which I have compiled, but this was a program that was compiled, right? So this was the program, right? Student IFS. So this was compiled, okay? And from where it is compiled, it was compiled from this file, right? This part, right? And when it was compiled, it put up those sources, right? Because it has used work job, right? And if you see, and these are the same parameters that have retrieved from the retrieve job attribute, right? If you want to compare, again compare, right? And this was the last spool file, so I have used star last. If I have not given, and then in that case I have to find out the spool number. But I know I have to pick last, so I have given the last, right? So we can make more interesting our CL program, right? But and then let's see what is the work object. We have deleted the that object also. So this object is created, right? So this is an object, and we call this object. It will work. Oh, but this is not compiled with source, right? So no, don't worry, right? So it's not compiled with source. So ENDG. Okay, again call this directly, because if you compile in the compilation, you have to give the compiler source and it will compile. But it was in debug mode, so it was giving an error. But now you have end debug and then into F3, it has worked, right? So this is something, right? And the important thing which I have shown explained before also, because anything, if you see my this PGM, right? So the path from where it was compiled, you generally see when we compile it give like this, right? The source string file is blank, right? But when we compile here, right, this one, so let's see F9 and okay, F9, 3, okay, we have to DSP PGM labels, okay, then see this. Okay, and here you see these are blank and this is a path, right? So this is the difference. Now if somebody asks you from where, you can see, oh, my library is blank here. So then you have to see this source string file, right? And many times there are cases, right, like these things. Okay. So let's see if anything else. Okay, that's fine. So this was a small, again, that the how we, what is a stream file, and how we want to compile from, create an object in stream file, and then compile from there and run that object. So this is what overview of the stream files in these sessions. And thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe the channel if you like it. Thank you very much. Bye.